Hey everybody, it is August 7th, 2022. This is the Morgellons Call of the Week. Our theme this week has been mouth and gum health, and we're about to enter our Q&A section of the call relating to your mouth and gum health and how to keep your mouth and gums healthy.
Thank you, Robin. Do we have any questions, Chris?
Yes, Anna.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, thank you as always for being here for us. Always grateful. I have a question about iodine. I have here, it's IOSOL iodine tincture. There's so many different forms that people are saying is the best, for one's immune system, and also, heaven forbid, if there was any kind of nuclear attack, I wanted your take on iodine, please.
Iodine to consume?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say one thing, Richard, because a lot of the sea salt that I get does not have iodine in it, and
okay.
And your body needs it.
Yeah, thyroid.
So I'd have to go and look at the kind that was recommended to me. It's not in front of me right now, but I do. I take 3 drops of iodine a day to add it back into my diet. So, and I could run into my kitchen and be right back if you want me to go look at it.
Sure, go ahead. And while you're doing that, I'll talk about it.
There are so many different forms. Excuse me.
There are a lot of different health issues that people with Morgellons do deal with, but it is not an issue that we talk about or that we deal with in this program with Morgellons. There is a technique, it's mentioned in the book. The fellow's name is Kevin Meehan, and he used phenylated iodine. And I'm not sure exactly what it was about. If you read the book, it has probably more information about that. But aside from that, it's really not part of our protocol. Not that it would be counterintuitive. It could, we could do 1,000 other things that we don't do that could be beneficial. If you look at dealing with Morgellons, we look at a tree of health. The trunk of the tree is the diet, the king diet. Without the diet, the limbs on the tree are going to be useless. So when we look at the different things that people do that can be helpful in getting their lives back, well, some people go the route of diatomaceous earth. Others go the route of bentonite clay. I have a tendency to go the route of diatomaceous earth. Bentonite clay has been helpful for many people, but I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying I don't know why you might necessarily need it if you're doing my protocol. So iodine is one of those things. It could be beneficial, but it's not one of those things that I would say is integral to the program. Although in the future, because we talked about many different cofactors, in the future, if I find iodine is effective against some cofactor that I'm unfamiliar with, then it would become part of the protocol for people who have that cofactor. So what do you have there, Ron?
Okay, so this is it's potassium iodine. It's organic liquid drops. I like Mary Ruth's iodine the best. And it's not, I don't think it's essential to the protocol, but it is essential to just general health. That's why iodine is usually in processed salt, but I don't trust processed salt, so I got separate iodine. If you can see the video later, I'm holding it up here.
Okay,
and
thank you so much.
It says Mary Ruth iodine organic liquid drops, certified, non-GMO, vegan, and on the back it says iodine as potassium iodine, and it's like 2 or 3 drops a day in water.
Yes, we actually do have a product in the store, potassium plus iodine. I put it in there because many people are concerned about Fukushima, Japan, the radiation, and many people, this was hard to get for a period of time because everybody rushed to buy it because of fears of that. So it is in the store, but it's not part of the protocol. But it's there if anybody should want it. Okay, next question. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Richard. I will be ordering your book soon, but I was wondering if pumpkin and flax is bad because I ate a bowl of cereal with granola, flaxseed, and pumpkin seed in it, and I noticed I have a major activity more than usual on my scalp. Should I avoid this cereal? Thanks for any input.
Well, why in the heck are we laughing, Robin?
Well, not only are the pumpkin and flaxseed are bad, but granola, oats. You can't eat oats on the diet. I mean, and all store-bought granola has packed with honey and sugar and all kinds of stuff that is not on the diet. Holy cow.
She has not read the diet. She has not read the diet. Okay.
Right.
Question answered. Read the diet. Okay. All right, Chris, you got somebody?
I was in the hospital. I had meningitis.
Oh, so sorry to hear that.
I know, Robin. Anyway, I've been disinfecting my house. I've been cleaning. I've been taking supplements. I've been doing everything. I never forgot you. About the tooth health, I had an issue with that. And I do diatomaceous earth, and I do baking soda, and I put like peppermint oil in it to give it like a flavor, and no more fluoride because I had seen amalgam fillings removed, and they put the white with it. And I felt like I had mercury intoxication. That was like 2 years ago. This is when my Morgellons ordeal began. So it was very informative. I could barely hear it because the volume's so low, and the meningitis affected my ear, and so I have like nerve damage in my eyes. So I'm really like looking for something.
Yeah. So what is your question, please?
There is no question because I'm just letting you know that the question is, am I doing it right? Because no more fluoride at all, and I'm baking soda and diatomaceous earth, and I floss, so my question is, I'm doing all the right things, right?
I didn't understand. Can you?
She said that she's using baking soda and she's flossing, and she wants to know that she's doing all the right things. But I don't know what else you're doing besides baking soda and flossing.
Oh, for my skin? Or for
No, I don't know what you were. I didn't understand the question.
But there is no question. That's why. I know. I'm just letting you know I wanted to say hi when I heard my phone number being called.
Oh, okay. She's just saying hi. Well, we're glad to hear from you.
Okay, great. Keep coming back. We're here to support you. Thank you.
No, I watch your videos too online. All right, thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, glad to have you part of our community. Who's next, Chris?
I've been experiencing tooth pain, but it comes and goes. And for some reason, I'm just thinking it's Morgellons and I'd be okay because it seems whenever I step out, I catch COVID. I've had it so many times. I'm afraid to go to the dentist. Is that true? Have people experienced that with Morgellons, that the pain comes and goes?
I think you should go to the dentist. I mean, there's pain that will come and go.
There's no relationship between Morgellons and tooth pain. If you're having tooth pain, I would say go to the dentist. Could be a carie. It could be
it could be a crack.
You're right. It could be a crack. It could be a infected tooth. Could be many things. So no connection between Morgellons.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Good question, Bill. Thank you. Who's next, Chris?
This one's from Nancy, and she says, "Hello, Richard. I couldn't find any ammonia in the store, so I went online. But I'm checking with you about what I'm supposed to buy. Out of all that was listed, I picked ammonium hydroxide 28%, that is ammonia NSF certified cleaner with antimicrobial. Is that what I should be using? Thank you, Nancy.
Well, all ammonia would be an antimicrobial for certain, and I'm not familiar with the different grades that are available. I only knew of 2 grades, regular laundry grade that you're going to find in most any in any food store where they sell detergents and Clorox and things like that. Dollar stores actually handle it as well. Or the janitorial grade, which is about 8 times stronger, that you find in hardware stores, but you need to use gloves and eye protection because it's really dangerous stuff if you spill it on yourself, and you should dilute it at least probably 8-to-1, although some people have reported they use it full strength in their laundry, which is a lot of ammonia, so it depends. So I'm not familiar with any other grades other than those 2, so I don't know. Okay, Chris, you got somebody?
Hi. So I'll first address the teeth issue. My naturopath showed me a video from somebody who does Weston A. Price stuff, and what you do, you brush your teeth with non-fluoride toothpaste, floss, and then use a water pick with a solution of sea salt, baking soda, and 12% peroxide, like a eyedropper full, and you put it in the water pick, and then you water pick your teeth with that, and it helps the gums and kills bacteria and stuff.
Okay.
And
yeah, good.
Also, yeah. And then also, as I understand it, that, it comes from gut issues as well, right?
It can. But the other thing about bad breath that we didn't talk about is you can get bad breath from an infection in your mouth. I know I had tooth surgery last year, and I started having bad breath, and it wasn't my gut, and it wasn't food stuck in my gums. It was a literal mouth infection. So
Yeah.
There are different sources. Chris was talking about it coming from the gut earlier. So that's good. The thing is to do things that clean the mouth and keep it clean and contribute to good mouth health.
Yeah. I have another question though. I ordered the Nitenpyram. I'm not sure how to Nitenpyram. Yeah, and I started taking it Friday, and so I never noticed filaments coming out before, but now I do.
Notice
and
what?
Also,
filaments. Yeah, it makes them come out of your skin.
Yeah.
When I started taking the Nitenpyram, there was a lot of activity for a couple of weeks, and then it slowed way down.
Okay, that's what I need to know because I'm going crazy with all the activity.
Yeah, they need to come out. I mean, it's killing them, and they're trying to escape from it by coming out of your skin.
Yeah. So the problem is, when they come out, are they alive or are they dead?
I think it's a combination.
Yeah. Okay. Because it's freaking me out. Well,
that's why you don't. When they come out, you want to use, either one of Richard's lotions or a spray of Nature's Gift, and that's going to kill them as they come out.
Okay, but when I'm sleeping, or when I can sleep, and I'm laying there and I feel them coming out, and it's 3 in, and they're coming out, I'm supposed to take a shower. It's
Yeah, you could take it. I mean, that shouldn't... after you take your bath and your shower, and and then clean your body and spray it and put lotion on and maybe pat your body with diatomaceous earth, you should not wake up in the middle of the night.
Well, is this happening 24 hours a day?
Yeah, but mostly at night.
When do you take the Nitenpyram?
Well, I took it when I first got it in the mail. I took it like around 5 o'clock, and it was like right away. It was like, whoa, and I'm like, oh my God.
5 a.m. or 5 p.m.?
Oh, 5 p.m.
Take it in the morning with a meal.
Yeah, you might want to take it earlier in the day.
And the other thing is, how's the diet? And how is your laundry with your sheets?
Well, I think the diet is going pretty well. I don't eat as much, that's for sure. I just don't feel like it. The diet is a bit of a struggle. So I'm just not eating that much. What do I want to say? Sorry.
Is that okay with your weight? Are you dropping too much weight or?
No, not dropping too much weight because partly I do have a gut issue, and what else is happening is there's a lot of parasites coming out in my stool. So my gut is a little bit upset, and I don't feel like eating that much, you know.
Okay.
So what I'm doing mostly is making like nice broth, you know, like
Are you also using Fenben to deal with intestinal parasites?
No, I'm not. But I have an herbal solution that I got from Microbe Formulas.
What's it got in it?
Well, I have to go look. It's got neem. Well, actually, I stopped taking it. I'm taking Mimosa pudica.
See, I don't recommend mixing our protocol with anything else because a lot of the formulas for intestinal cleanse have ingredients in it, such as wormwood or black walnut hull, that actually feed the parasites. That would make the diet more difficult for it to work. So I recommend for intestinal parasites, A, the mouthwash, you can consume it. B, diatomaceous earth, food grade. There's a blog post about it that tells you how to start, and you work up to a tablespoon or so a day, but there's a protocol there. In fact, if you complete the questionnaire and send it in to me, all this information is part of my recommendations, very precise. And then the next thing for intestinal parasites, I recommend Fenben. Now, some people use ivermectin, but in my course of 20 years of working with people, ivermectin is supposed to do pretty much the same thing as Fenben, but my experience in working with people is Fenben is far more beneficial than ivermectin.
Okay, well, I was using ivermectin at first, and then I stopped. I'm still getting a lot of stuff out, like every day.
Well, you don't stop until it's all out. So that's what you do with Fenben. Because if you stop more than a week or so, they're going to repopulate. So you use it until you're clear of intestinal parasites.
Right.
Yeah. Let me briefly, before I forget, the FDA requires me to tell you that what we tell you here has not been evaluated by the FDA before you start the diet or accept any of these recommendations. Discuss them thoroughly with your doctor to make sure they do not interfere with any of your health problems. We do not diagnose, treat, cure, or mitigate any disease. We're here to educate you and how to utilize the diet to your advantage and how to clean your skin. And we're talking about now cleaning your intestinal system and build health and immune functioning. So I would use our protocol with the mouthwash, the diatomaceous earth, and the Fenben for intestinal parasites and get rid of them. For the gut, we talked about a product that we have in the store. It's called Ion, I-O-N. There's also, we have the enzymes. Enzymes are important as well for good health. And go that route.
Okay.
So if you complete the questionnaire and send it in to me, all this will be explained in the recommendations. And I'll also give you an education as to what you might actually be dealing with in terms of whether you're dealing with mites or whether you're dealing with strongyloides or if you're dealing with Morgellons, Columbella, and so forth, skin fungus. So I'll educate you as to what you might also be dealing with.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for coming back. And yes, if the diet hasn't kicked in, you're probably doing something that's standing in the way, like some other protocol for your intestinal cleansing. Okay, who's next, Chris?
I got a nebulizer, and I saw that you had a link to how to do the nebulizer with the Nature's Gift. How much of it do you use in the nebulizer, and how often would you do that if you believe that you have something going on with that issue?
Why are you using a nebulizer? Is that what kind of lung issue you're dealing with?
I just have had a chronic cough, and it just never goes away. I wake up and I start coughing throughout the day, and it usually happens like after I start swallowing. So it's got something to do, I believe, with my lungs or something down my throat. And
have you seen your
did
doctor?
inhale a whole bunch of this stuff, so I'm
have you seen
pretty
your
sure
doctor?
it could be it. I've been so many times, and they don't help.
For your cough?
All the time.
Okay, number one, be cautious using Nature's Gifts with a nebulizer. If you're using it too often with a nebulizer, it will deteriorate the oils in your lungs and cause a very severe problem. So you do not want to use Nature's Gift very often, maybe once a week at most.
That's what I was wondering, once a week.
Now,
well, and also,
what about the ionic minerals?
It depends how much you're putting in there. I mean, I had a prescription for medicine that you put in a nebulizer, and I just added like 2 drops of Nature's Gift to the prescription medicine. Okay. And it cleared it up, and I used it like twice a day for a week, but it was only 1 or 2 drops with the prescription medicine that was the bulk of it.
And I would not.
Do you remember what the prescription was?
No, but if you ask your doctor for a prescription that goes with a nebulizer, they'll give you one.
Okay.
So again, caution: do not do that for more than a week with 2 drops of Nature's Gift. All right. Now, secondly, it oftentimes coughing might seem to come from the lungs, but actually from the sinuses. From the sinus.
Yes, I had a sinus operation, and I thought it would help it, but it didn't. I was in surgery for a couple hours, and I thought it would help, but it didn't help at all.
Well, I don't know if surgery will fix the problem. So
It did not.
Well, right. So I think it may be more important for you to use the other device, which is Navage, to clean the nasal passages, and you can put some nasal gift in
or
that.
alcohol, which is much cheaper and works great, and you get it over the counter at any pharmacy.
So how do you use alcohol?
Sorry, go ahead.
It comes with a little applicator. You hold one side of your nose, you push it in, and then you blow the nose out, nostril, and then you do the other side. You do that 2 or 3 times a day.
Okay. Like a neti pot type thing?
It's similar, but it's better. My doctor had told me not to use neti pots because they can collect bacteria. Alcohol kills bacteria, and it's safer.
Well, I also had so much trouble with my teeth, Richard. I had 12 teeth that were cracked, so I know what you're going through. It was because I was, I guess, grinding my teeth at night or something.
Bruxism.
Yeah, it just was really bad, so I had it taken care of. Yeah, and I've actually had to take out root canals because they just didn't take on me, so I had the root canals pulled out.
Bruxism is something that does show up in connection with Morgellons. I don't know exactly why, but it may be the stress of dealing with Morgellons contributes to grinding your teeth. You see, bruxism is basically muscular tension in the jaw area, and at nighttime you start grinding your teeth. Now, from a psychological point of view, what I always looked at when I was in clinical practice using biofeedback and working with people with bruxism is what are you not saying that you would like to say to somebody? Or what do you feel, where do you feel that you are suppressed in your expression? Where do you feel you're suppressed in your expression of what you would like to say? Because when you feel that you're suppressed and can't say things that you want to say, it contributes to tension in the jaw. So It's obvious. You'd like to tell your doctor to go F himself, and you can't. You know, that's one. All right. That's one place. There may be people that family members that think you're crazy or nuts. You know, you're the one that you're the sick one, and there's in the head you don't have anything. So you'd like to say things to people, and you are suppressed from expressing yourself. But nevertheless, how you get out of it is using a series of tensing and relaxing exercises during the day of your jaw. So, for instance, you might sit and relax. I have a lot, you know. There are free tapes, free CDs that are available. Inner World of Tranquility is one of them. You might use Up from Depression. That could be an important one for you to listen to, because all of us are depressed when we're dealing with Morgellons. So that's where I would start. But then when you get into a relaxed state, and you can do this in just a couple seconds, just sit down and relax, take a couple of deep breaths, and then extend your jaw out slowly. Extend the jaw out slowly as far as it goes. And then in your mind, tell yourself, I dislike this. I don't like this. This is uncomfortable. I dislike it. And then bring your jaw back to a relaxed position. The most relaxed position is with your teeth separated about a quarter of an inch. A quarter of an inch. That's the most relaxed position for your mouth, all right? So you do that a couple of times. Then you do another exercise with a jaw. You might just clench down with your teeth. Just clench down and tighten your jaw. And program your brain. This is uncomfortable. I dislike it. It's uncomfortable. And then let it go and relax and bring your jaw back to its original position, a quarter inch with the teeth apart. And then tell yourself, I like this. I prefer this. I prefer this. This is grounding, a sense of grounding. And you do this daily for maybe a few weeks, and you'll notice that the grinding starts disappearing. And also look at where you're not expressing yourself the way you would like to, and who you're not telling what you would like to tell them. All right? Not that you have to go tell them. There are techniques that you can use. You can do role play with somebody. Gestalt therapy was a technique that's often used, but you can talk to a pillow and express yourself and get it out. And if there's anger there, you could be angry with that pillow. You can pound that pillow, and while you're doing it, you say, "Okay, I'm angry. I dislike this. I'm getting it out, and I'd like to let it go. I'd like to move beyond this, but this is where I am now." So we never want to block we never want to block our feelings we want to let them out, but let them out safely and acknowledge this is where I am. I'm angry. I don't like it. I'm depressed. I don't like it. I'd like to let it go. I'd like to see things differently. I'd like to discover a healthy way of expressing myself, a responsible way of expressing myself. But this is the things that you do. And this is what I did professionally for many years.
Who do I send suggestions to for like products that I've found that work for me? I know you don't want me to really bring them out right now, but I can send them to somebody.
Yeah, you email them to me. You can return any email. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good. Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.
This one is from Marge, and she says, "Thank you, Richard. I'm having a mild resurgence. I don't want it to get into a full-blown bite-type thing near my scalp. I felt crawling. In the spirit of full disclosure, I was off the diet 1 week. Drinks, appetizers, bread basket, desserts. I thought I was cured. Well, the piper must be paid now. I'm back on the diet since August 1st. The diet is important for me anyway. I don't even have fruit, just veggies, proteins, Kerrygold butter, rice bran oil, kosher salt, and I make a soup. I boil a chicken thigh, add lots of onions, add cloves, bay leaf, and I add cayenne pepper or pepper flakes, but that's not for everyone. Oregano, thyme, and put it in containers. In between meals or whenever I have cravings, I heat a cup of that soup. Also, may I recommend clove tea. Boil clove in a cup of water in the microwave. Feel free to share this soup and tea. This may help someone. Marge."
Yeah, I'd love to have Marge come on one time as a guest. She generally isn't available on Sunday afternoons, but hopefully one time she can. And hey, there you have it. The King Diet works. You get to the point where you think you are cured. And she went off on a binge. She was drinking, having cocktails, having the time of her life, eating anything and everything she wanted for an entire week. But she's not quite there yet. She had a resurgence. And that will happen when you abuse the diet. It will happen if I dramatically abuse the diet. But generally, I can eat basically anything I want within reason. So, yeah, great. Okay, do we have somebody? And the microwave, by the way, microwave is something I recommend you get rid of. The only good thing to use a microwave, in my opinion, is to boil water. And why would you want to do that when you can use a regular stove? They emit EMF, and get rid of them.
The thing with clove, and I don't know if it's clove bud or it's just the organic clove oil, some people can have reactions with their heart. It can slow down their heart. I know it can drop my blood pressure. So you need to be careful drinking a lot of clove.
Okay, good point. I'm not familiar with drinking clove. I've never heard of anybody actually doing it. Thank you.